Welcome to Ninjaversity. This is PJ Ferguson, and I am here to show you how to edit the settings on your WordPress installation. When you log in, the first thing you're going to see is your dashboard. And the first thing I do when I install WordPress is I go to my settings and make sure they are how I would like them to be. So the first thing I do is I click on settings, and that takes you to your general settings. And first, you're going to choose the site title, which usually is going to be the name of your business, and the tagline, which is usually going to be the tagline of your business. I've already put these in here, but usually you'll see something like a generic, "This is a WordPress website." And what you want to do is you go ahead and edit that information so that it matches your business and what you would like your visitors to see. So then go ahead and make sure that you check the URL of your website, your site address. These are pretty much always going to be the same. Edit the best email address where you'd like to administrate your WordPress website. Membership is where you choose whether somebody can register automatically for your website. That's going to be if they go to the basic WordPress login webpage. If you haven't done anything with your site, it's just going to be the stock URL for that. So then you decide whether anybody can register or not. You want to decide whether this is determined by what kind of website you're going to have. If you want to have memberships or just anybody can join, then you'll go ahead and click this so anyone can register. But if it's basically going to be more of a static type of website where you're not going to have as much interaction, you don't need to have memberships, then go ahead and unclick this option. And if you do click the option, especially you'll want to be sure what kind of a membership are they going to have. Subscriber is just they're a basic level member. They don't have really any rights other than to participate in comments, for instance, or if you have some hidden pages, they might be able to see those. A contributor is somebody who is able to create some kind of content on your site, a very basic level. Author is somebody who is able to create pages and posts. An editor is somebody who can create pages and posts, but they can also edit the pages and posts of other authors. So an author is only able to edit their own information, but an editor is able to edit other authors' information. So depending on what kind of permissions your people need to have, you can choose what information they're able to access. Now, an administrator, they have all access. They're going to be able to have access of the editors, authors, contributors, subscribers, but they're also going to be able to edit other users' information. So if you want somebody to be able to create other users or edit or delete other users, then you'll want them to have administrator level. This is the top level of access that somebody's able to have, so be very careful before you actually create somebody as an administrator, because they can actually edit your stuff too, okay? So be very careful as to who signs up. As a safety precaution, you might want somebody to just be able to sign up as a subscriber. Then if you want to upgrade them to something else, then you can do that later. Once they sign up, you'll get a notification. You can go in and set the role of access that they have, and then you can ping them and let them know, hey, you've got more access. Now, the problem with setting this anyone can register, having that checked, is that there's a lot of spam bots out there and spammers who can actually go in and start spamming your sign up form. So you may log in one day and have 20, 30, 50, maybe even 100. That's in extreme cases, but it does happen, new users on your site, and that's just a new form of spam. You're going to have to go in and look at who are these users, do they look valid or not, should I contact them or just delete them altogether, and that ends up creating busy work. So in general, if you're going to have memberships on your site, you might want to use a membership plugin, or you may want to limit the access for logging in so that then you can create a gateway as to who gets to create a membership. And that way people sign up the way you would like them to. But we'll get into that more later. The next setting that's important is time zone. This starts with Greenwich Mean Time. And you're going to scroll through, and as you do, you can see there's all sorts of different options here. depending on your geographic location. I'm in the Pacific time zone, so I'm going to be looking for, say, Los Angeles. And since we're kind of go backwards through here, now we're looking at United States locations, and I could choose Los Angeles. But whatever part of the world you're in, you can choose your time zone very easily right here, and that will automatically upgrade when there's a time zone change, like when we go from standard to daylight savings, that automatically changes here. And the time zone is important because if you're posting posts and you want them to be scheduled for a certain time, then you actually want the time zone to match your time zone, because then otherwise your posts are going to be posted at very crazy times, basically universal time, okay? So date format, this again usually depends on where you live in the world and what the typical method for creating dates is. I'm in the US, so this is the standard format we use. Time format, this is also the standard format we use. This is military time, which I don't use. People who do flights and that kind of stuff also use 24-hour clock. And this is a fairly new feature that you can create a custom time format. That's a more advanced feature, so I'm not going to go into that now. I'm trying to keep these tutorials really quick and easy. And then again, you can choose what is the day that you would like your week to start on. I like Mondays, so I'm choosing Monday, and I'm going to save the changes here. And that's how you edit the general settings of your WordPress installation. And if you look at the other tutorials, we're going to go through every single one of these and talk about what each of the line items means. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for joining.